this is P4L coming at you with a review from Professor Heisenberg, who we haven't heard from a while. This is their T01 and T01C. I think those are the designations. Their Tyrant's Blade, or the G1 style Megatron sword. So one is silver painted, and the other one is chromed out. And they both sell for, I think, $16 or something like that, something in that neighborhood, US dollars. So this is just going to be a quick review showing these off. They sent them over so they could show you guys what you would be getting. This is just a sample that they've had for a while. So no packaging review. We'll just go straight into it, and this should be a quick one. The sword itself is obviously designed for Megatron, MP Megatron. And if you don't know what this is a throwback to, this is actually a throwback to G1 Megatron, which is one of the few figures I actually have from G1. And you can see he actually came packaged with a sword. And this one's very much chromed out, just like this one here. And let me actually get this one out of Toy Megatron's hands. Ooh, cannot damage that one. I'm actually just borrowing this figure, so... and you can see just how they compare. They did a good job mimicking the design while also providing some extra details like molding and just kind of bringing it into the modern toy line. But as you can see, it is nicely chromed in a very similar fashion, and even pegs in the same kind of style. So they have pegs that go in the palm of G1 Megatron. He didn't actually have any holes, so it just pegged in here. And these use the MP style hands tabs. So either one can go in, I believe, either figure. I think they should be both similarly toleranced. Actually maybe not. Well, yeah, you can fit it in. It seems like the chrome one is a little bit thicker, which kind of makes sense because the chrome plating would be thicker than just the silver paint. But let's really quickly do a comparison of these two. The molding is exactly the same. Like I said, the only thing might be the tolerances might be slightly different. And the way the hands are tabbed, you have to make sure that it's facing the correct way because it's not a center tab here. So if you want to put it this way, you're going to have this tab facing outwards and vice versa here. And this tab is designed to fit in right here into this tab slot. Let me see. Yeah, this one fits fine. Let's check this one. And this should fit fine as well, just because neither of these are painted, so it should have the similar tolerances, yeah. As far as this sword, I think this is the last check we have to do. Whether it fits into this palm. Yeah, it fits just fine. So it does seem like there's slightly thicker tolerances on this tab, but not so much that it's going to make that big of a difference. So if you like the chrome one, you can have that going with your Toon Colored Megatron. If you like the silver one, you can have that going to your toy Megatron as well. It doesn't really matter. I was a little curious though, whether, because that tab system is pretty universal, bring out my MP10. I wanted to see if it fit. And while I think it's a little loose, not like loose, clearly it's not coming out. It's not as tight as the Megatron hands, but it still works. So you can have these two dueling it off if you wanted. Oh, there's a hideous backpack. But not only that, I did actually want to check out if it worked on some other figures. So the only other figure that I randomly had available on my desk is this guy, X-Transbots, Dead End. And I wanted to see if it fit, because he has a similar style MP hand. So I haven't tried it out on any official Carbots, but you can kind of make it work. So he still has a similar hand. This post is a little thick, which is probably going to be the thing that stops most hands from working. But you can see it does fit in, but it's at kind of in a wonky angle. you could probably make it work, but yeah, it kind of wants to bow out. I think it's just because of the post here, the handle itself. But in any case, you could probably experiment with a couple different figures. Obviously, I'm not going to go through my entire collection, but since they have a fairly universal tab here, I think you could probably make it work with a lot of figures. If you want to use it with another figure, I'm guessing that doesn't have a post, you could ultimately just snip off these tabs, I suppose. That's really up to you. And at $16, it's not a huge investment. But it does look nice. If you're a G1 toy collector, I am not, but you want to have that nostalgia feel to it, then it might make sense. The only other thing that I think is missing from your G1 Megatron, toy Megatron, would be this weird gun that he came with that I don't think anybody has that much interest in, or recreating. Yeah, I don't think this even pegs in or slots in really well. Yeah, I don't really understand this gun at all. Oop. Anyway, that's it for the review. Just wanted to show this off. Hopefully, this is informative for the few of you that may be interested in this. I don't know if there's a huge demand, but the quality's quite nice. It is just plastic and paint and chrome. But if this is something you're interested in, now you can go ahead and pre-order it from Toy Dojo for $16. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll get to them as soon as possible. That's all for today, everyone. Have a good one.